ducking these guys. What's up?
Just of course, you guys came up here for training camp. Just what went into the decision for you guys to get away from the practice facility?
Well, first, just thank you to everybody, at the university and the athletic department, Coach White in particular, for allowing us to do this. And, they have a wonderful facility. We have space and courts, and sometimes it's just good to be somewhere else. There's no magic other than the fact that you get a chance to be together and have kind of a change of scenery, so to speak. It's a good thing.
And I guess what goes into having the time off in between practices, and how do you hope to use this as a bonding experience?
We're not going to be that dramatic about it, where we're going to kumbaya and bond. I think, the NBA season is that.
Yeah.
And so, we have 2 practices. I want them to show up for practice, and they can bond by doing rest and recovery and stuff in between. But I think, to your point, Lauren, it's anytime at the beginning of the year you're in a different place. There's an opportunity to go to dinner together.
And how would you say today's first practice went?
Kind of similar to a lot of first practices.
Yeah.
I think sloppy. We turned it over a lot. We competed defensively. It was good to see. But some of the things that are really important for us to do, when you don't do them as consistently as you want. One, as a coach, you kind of understand that. It's not to say you don't accept it or talk about it, but I think practice like games, is the next step. We'll have an opportunity to show you. Say a competition shows you who you are, and particularly when you're fatigued and you're excited. There's a lot of emotion and energy and things like that.
When you're going from day 1 to day 2, do you have different expectations for that, or what are you hoping to do when you go from today to tomorrow?
I think anytime, even if you have 2 days, one of those days or one of those practices is contact and the other one's not. So, we try to plan ahead to the extent that's possible, and then, see what you see on film, each practice, and adjust accordingly. So.
How was Zach today?
Zach did a good job. Yeah, did a good job. He defended, and that's been an emphasis not just for Zach, but for all of our whole team, wings in particular. He's working.
If I'm not mistaken, yesterday the news of Dikembe's passing came after he spoke, and I was just wondering if you crossed paths with him often.
I did on occasion. There's other people who knew him better than I did. There was a trip that I took with NBA to Cuba, and he was truly an ambassador for the game globally. As I said, I knew him more from a distance, but even from that standpoint, what he represented and all the things that he did outside of basketball, I think is a legacy that is unparalleled.
For the last couple of seasons, when you had DeJounte, you kind of had a built-in answer to what's going to happen when Trey rests. What do you, I know it's early, but what do you sort of have as an idea of what might happen this season?
Yeah, we've got multiple handlers, and that's why you have training camp. That's why you play. And I would, those decisions are omnipresent within a game, between games, and I think over the course of the season too. That's part of the evolution of our team, is not just in that position, but really across our entire team. Seeing how we evolve individually and also how we kind of interact collectively.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.